follow this channel probably know Scott the Woz. Scott the Woz is a mega success story gaming YouTuber. I have been following him for years, since before the beginning of my channel. He's very entertaining, a whole lot of fun. While Scott the Woz has been missing in action for over 4 months at this point. The last time that he put up an actual video was Christmas, New Year's area. Now, it's not uncommon for Scott and a lot of YouTubers to take January off. Ad revenues are usually at their lowest point in January. And, everybody needs a break, right? But Scott's been missing for quite some time, and there was a lot of speculation going around in the community. People were starting to get worried. People are tweeting him. People are emailing him. Where are you, man? What's going on? Consumers don't stop to think what goes into the making of a consistent batch of videos, the amount of work and time and effort and mental energy that goes into bringing you this content day after day, week after week, month after month. Sometimes some people they come to a breaking point, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers recently, since in the last, say, 4 months or so, that have actually quit YouTube. They're just burned out. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happened to Scott the Woz. He actually made a tweet just yesterday, finally giving us some perspective on what's going on with him. There was some stuff going on with the whole G4 TV situation, and a lot of that burned down thanks to some controversy over at G4. I don't know what's going on with him and G4 and his content being on TV, as you will, but I know that there's a lot of other stuff going on above and beyond the regular YouTube weekly grind. Let me just turn here and read you Scott's statement here, because it really puts some things into perspective. Keeping in mind, Scott puts together really high quality stuff. Once a week, generally on a Sunday, he would release a fantastic video that may be anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour. Really high editing, really high production quality, and that takes a toll on people after a while. So he says, "Hello, hi, welcome. I wanted to apologize for my prolonged absence this year. Absolutely nothing's wrong. I've just been busy juggling numerous larger projects all at once to come back with, in addition to figuring out what is a good schedule for myself moving forward should be. For the past 5 years, I've put this YouTube channel above everything else, and I don't regret it. However, as each year passes, not only do I want to have a higher standard for writing, editing, camera work, etc., but I want to ensure that my personal life isn't eaten up entirely by these kinds of projects." This is really important to let it sink in here. I love them. He's talking about his projects. I love them so much. This is what I've always wanted to do, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I don't want to spend all my time at the computer writing and editing. I want to spend 90% of my time at the computer writing and editing. A while back, I was going through my phone's camera roll, and nearly all my pictures from the past few years were related to some work I was doing for a video, which kind of bummed me out how everything I do is related to the channel in some way. I have some best friends, family, and loved ones in the world who support and understand what I do, and I will be forever grateful, eternally grateful for them and their help. And because of that, I know I need to make more time for everybody around me as well as myself. Wanting to create bigger and better content while also trying to ensure that I make time to be a human means I can't keep to a normal weekly upload schedule, which is tough because that's how my brain has been wired to work. Believe me, I wanted to get back to the swing of things for over a month now, but I have over a dozen Scott the Woz episodes I'm working on at the same time, many of which range from 30 minutes to 2 hours long, with music and animation involved and all of that. So trying to work on all of those in addition to chipping away at projects for later this year, while also trying to nail down a concrete schedule that's a healthy balance between work and life after being absolutely exhausted from 2021. That is why I've been quiet. Maybe also because I don't like social media. Oops. Thanks, Scott. So, the expectations that we put on people, and I have been guilty of this in the past too. I have been wondering, I've tweeted a couple of times, gee, what happened to Scott the Woz? Are we going to see him again soon? Not that I've been, angry at him. I understand that people not only need to take breaks, but sometimes they need to refocus on different content and maybe take a break to, redesign some things. Scott is always working on bigger and better things. His videos just consistently get more and more amazing, and I love that about him. So I am willing to wait for his content, but I certainly do want to know what's happening with my favorite creators, not just Scott. But when anybody goes dark, goes silent for a while, you start to wonder, are these people okay? Are they quitting YouTube? Or all these thoughts go through your head. So it's really great when a creator takes the time to let his community know what's happening and give them some hope. But the expectations that a lot of the people who don't necessarily read these kind of tweets, they just expect these videos to be there over and over and over again, and the algorithm expects you to create content constantly. And the pressure can be pretty intense. I've felt it myself. I'm just a little guy. I do this as a hobby, but the algorithm wants you to put out a video every so often. Your videos have, a wave. They have a peak. After 2 or 3 days, your views start to go down, and that's when the algorithm is saying, hey, make a new video. So, the pressure is there to create. And sometimes YouTubers can get burned out. A lot of times they take on more than they can chew, and a lot of people don't understand. Even full-time YouTubers, those guys that do nothing else in their day, in their week, but create YouTube content for you and get paid handsomely to do that. There's still a lot going on behind the scenes to get that done. It's not like they're sitting on the couch eating Cheetos 6 days a week and then throw out a video in 45 minutes on the 5th or 7th day or whatever. Like, they're doing work behind the scenes constantly, and they can still get burned out. I look at, I was watching the Spawncast last week, and actually somebody super chatted the Spawncast asking John and the crew there if they knew what was happening with Scott the Woz. Like, people are continuing to pressure for news or more content from their favorite creators. So anyways, guys, what do you think of this down in the comments? Do you think that YouTubers have a obligation to their community to continue pumping out content no matter what their mental health is, no matter what their family situation is? Do you think if you have subscribed to a channel that you deserve to have content given to you, whether you're paying for that or not, on a free platform? Or do you think that these people are human beings and they deserve to have a little bit of grace in their day to create what they need to create in a sane schedule that gives them some comfort that they are also a human being? I don't know, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this video. I'm very glad to hear that Scott the Woz is coming back eventually, and I'm willing to wait. How about you? Sound off in the comments. Thanks so much. Stay classy.